strong is Kumagawa?
Kumagawa Misogi. In the world of Medaka Box, strength is the only thing that matters. Heroes rise to face insurmountable odds, all led by the invincible Medaka Kurakami. Both enemies and allies each have their own power and fight for dominance at the top.
Okay.
But among these titans, one figure stands out, not for his strength, but for his power to take strength away. Kumagawa Misogi.
This is the person y'all talking about? This is the person y'all been commenting this whole time? This goofy looking nigga? Ain't no way, chat. Ain't no way y'all been telling me to check out this guy all this time and he this goofy looking. I can't trust y'all no more. Y'all losing all privilege to comment on any video. Anybody that told me to check out this video is getting blocked from the comment section, bro. Ain't no way y'all told me to check this nigga out.
Kumagawa Misogi, the ultimate minus, a character defined not by his victory, but his defeats and his return from the brink of despair. He possesses an interesting ability called All Fiction, which allows him to make something into nothing, and not just death, but make it so that it was never real.
Wait,
Imagine
what?
being able to erase.
Hold on. He can make things never exist. So basically, he can make it so I was never born. I would never be here on y'all screen right now if it was for him. He can make it so anime never existed, y'all. Y'all might be cooking with this character. I might have judged him too early. He has the power to stop 9/11, Pearl Harbor, the Holocaust. He has the power to make sure Hitler never existed. He can stop tragic events from happening by taking something out of the event so the event never concurred. Chat, y'all might be cooking with this guy.
Imagine being able to erase anything from existence, memories, events, even concepts themselves.
Memories?
Nothing is out of his reach.
Concepts?
With All Fiction, he can deny reality itself, making it as if things never existed. As to Kumagawa, reality itself is meaningless, and he has the ability to erase it, proving that nothing true.
He can erase reality? I gotta be hearing things, right, chat? He can erase reality?
Existed. As to Kumagawa, reality itself is meaningless, and he has the ability to erase it.
He can erase reality.
Nothing truly matters in the end. At Hakoniwa Academy, Kumagawa is the president of the 13 Minus Party. He gathers other students with similar minus abilities, each one harboring their own desires and pain. As the leader, he makes his mark using chaos and destruction, driven by his belief.
Oh, hell nah. He look evil. He look evil, chat. Oh, he's one of those people that look goofy sometimes, but really a evil character or has like some type of mastermind plan going on. He's one of those characters. I don't want no smoke with him. I take everything I said back, bro. He got it. I can tell just by this face right here that he is bad news. Is he an evil character, chat, or he just does whatever he wants? Somebody that can control reality has to be like evil somehow, some way.
Driven by his belief that everyone should experience the same despair that he feels.
Oh yeah, he's
he
evil.
possesses the ability to heal lifelong wounds and even undo past events. He's even took away the color from the anime itself. He has immortality as he's made his own death fiction and
He can take the color away from the anime itself? I mean, he can't control reality. So basically, on some real shit, he could be in the anime and think that he's real and come to real life and erase I can't even talk. He could be in the anime and make himself come to real life. His power is endless. Anything that he wants, he can have. He can erase concepts like math, science, history, battle in the mystery, started with a big bang. He can stop all that from happening. We wouldn't be here. Chat, this man is crazy.
he's even took away the color from the anime itself.
Crazy.
He has immortality as he's made his own death fiction and even made time zero, virtually making his speed instantaneous.
What?
With so many characters in this world that rely on strength and can do anything, he has the ability to make it so that they can't do anything at all. With All Fiction bending reality to his will, he has another ability called Bookmaker that drags others down to his level. With this ability, Kumagawa uses a giant screw to pierce his target, nullifying their powers and reducing their abilities to nothing. When this ability first takes effect, it causes the target to feel absolute despair, as they now feel they have no hope of winning.
Oh, he's
and
evil.
then takes all of their abilities away so that they can't use any of them. And finally
Are they gone forever, or are they just gone while that nail is in their stomach? Or does he have the power to take people's power away? Technically, he does. Because he can erase anything. So he can erase you from having powers. He can erase you from existing. He can erase anything he wants. This man might be unstoppable. Because who can really beat him if he can just erase you from existence? He can literally just go like this and you're gone. Who can beat him? If he has the power to control fiction and non-fiction, he can do whatever he wants.
Use any of them, and finally reduces them to the same level as Kumagawa, equal strength, equal speed, equal skill, and equal talent, and turns the fight into an even 50-50. But then again, is it really 50-50 when he still has the ability to look at you like a comic book? In his first major fight with Medaka, Kumagawa uses Bookmaker to nullify all of her abilities by driving a massive screw into her, and he brought her down to his level, making one of the strongest characters in the entire series as powerless as he felt. He can use these screws to impale people from the inside out, giving him a form of durability negation, being able to activate all of his abilities with just a thought, and he doesn't even need to see his opponent for this to take effect. He simply needs to think about who he wants to impale, and all of your abilities are now gone.
You could be across the world and he can hit you with a screw out of nowhere, a screw on your stomach. He can just think about what you are or what you look like, and next thing you know, you get a big ass screw on your stomach. Yo, that's cheating. He's cheating. This motherfucker's cheating. Bro, ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way. That is so OP. He doesn't even have to see you. He can just think about you, and next thing you know, you get a big ass screw in your stomach and all your power is gone. That's cheating. He's cheating. I see why y'all told me to check this character out. He's OP. I'll admit it right now. He's OP. Y'all got me. I definitely judged the book by its cover, and I'm happy that he ain't put a screw on my stomach yet.
Only for this to take effect, he simply needs to think about who he wants to impale, and all of your abilities are now gone. And if he really wants, even the thought of your existence will be gone as well. Then there's his ability called Unskilled. While the name might imply weakness, its effects are devastating. This ability ensures that no matter how hard someone tries, their efforts amount to nothing. It nullifies achievements and makes success impossible, because that's exactly how he views the world.
Oh my
and in the
gosh.
words of a destroyer god,
What's his backstory? Why is he so mean? Not even mean, but like, why is he so depressed? And why does he want everybody to feel the same depression he had? What's his backstory?
and in the words of a destroyer god, before creation comes destruction, as he has another ability called non-fiction. If all fiction erases reality, non-fiction brings it back. With this ability, Kumagawa can restore whatever he erased with all fiction, life and death, creation and destruction. He controls both sides of the same coin.
He's God.
During the Flash
Another
Planet,
God.
Kumagawa demonstrates his control over life and death itself. With non-fiction, he resurrected all of those who have been erased by his all-fiction, including enemies and allies. Kumagawa has also demonstrated the ability to manifest immaterial objects into reality by sheer force of will, allowing him to create an ethereal blade that slays magical beasts. It's also theorized that he imposes the image of a screw piercing a target in order to allow Bookmaker to activate, with Kumagawa's only weakness being himself. As Kumagawa believes that he's destined to lose and that winning is impossible, but I guess it's a double-edged sword, because those same feelings is what makes him the strongest.
Oh my gosh.
Overall, Kumagawa would scale to, well, he's not all that strong, but these abilities make it so that you're not strong either. Shout out to Terrell for dropping 50 to sponsor this video, because in the end, Kumagawa is a character that has victory in his hand. All he has to do is close it, because he could be the strongest in so many different ways. But I guess it doesn't matter, because it's all fiction anyways.
Oh my
But
God,
the
that's a
guys,
bar.
If you guys enjoyed this video,
He
make
ended
sure
with a
you guys like
bar.
and subscribe and hit that notification bell, and tell me, out of the countless characters that you know, who can defeat the ultimate minus Kumagawa Misogi?
Chat, who y'all think can beat him? Honestly, I can't think of a single person.
How strong is Sun Wukong?
Sun Wukong. On a journey like no other, we grasp the meaning of life with a god that never dies, born from a boulder seeped in the energies of heaven and earth, and with eyes that can pierce the clouds of heaven. Life is such a beautiful thing that not even the Buddha can rip it from his hands. In fact,
I finally understand what this means. With the eyes that can pierce through heaven. When he was born, he looked to heaven and a laser beam hit heaven. I understand it now, y'all. I'm learning. Are you proud of me? Y'all gotta be proud of me, man. I came so far in this life.
and with eyes that can pierce the clouds of heaven, life is such a beautiful thing that not even the Buddha can rip it from his hands. Infatuated with the gift of life, Wukong vows he will never lose it, as demons, monsters, and even the gods can't defeat him, dedicating his life to a life that never ends. But in order to survive in this world, you have to be the strongest, and every god in heaven can vouch that nobody is stronger than Sun Wukong. On his
Nobody.
journey, Sun Wukong...
Y'all heard that, chat? Nobody you can name is stronger than Sun Wukong. Nobody. Yeah, don't even comment below who you think can win. They're not winning. Nobody can beat him. Do you hear me?
On his journey, Sun Wukong practices the art of Taoist medicine, where he's able to eliminate all diseases in his body and gains immortality. But it didn't satisfy his desire for everlasting life. Wukong eats pills of longevity, gets drunk on immortal celestial wine, and the golden elixir of life. He travels to a garden with trees that bear heavenly peaches, with each of these peaches granting another layer of immortality, and he ate the entire garden.
He ate the entire garden, but what I read and what I saw in the video was he wasn't even supposed to do that. He kind of stole it because he was greedy. He basically stole immortality on accident and made his immortality like times 100.
And he ate the entire garden. But to ensure that death will never reach him, he travels down to hell and crosses his name out of the book of death, meaning even if it was written for him to meet his end, the Monkey King will not die. The gods of heaven became enraged that a mere mortal would go to such lengths, and Sun Wukong proclaimed himself to be the sage equal to heaven to mock and challenge the gods, screaming out that his strength is equal to all of them. Heaven declares war on Sun Wukong, and he knows that in order to live, others must die. Sun Wukong would go on to fight the entire pantheon of 600 gods, 28 of them being constellation gods, with Hercules being stated to have infinite strength and can hold.
He fought Hercules? I didn't know he fought Hercules. Oh yeah, I'm learning new stuff right now. I didn't know he fought Hercules.
28 of them being constellation gods, with Hercules being stated to have infinite strength and can hold the entire infinite universe over his head. And in the end, Sun Wukong's title was absolutely wrong. He's not the sage equal to heaven. They're far too weak. Sun Wukong continues his walk of life, gaining even more strength.
Hold on. He said y'all not equal to him? Y'all are inferior. This title is wrong. Oh, yeah? That's how we coming? That's how we coming, Sun Wukong? I'm that strong. I'm not even equal to heaven no more. I'm above heaven? Okay.
The end, Sun Wukong's title was absolutely wrong. He's not the sage equal to heaven. They're far too weak. Sun Wukong continues his walk of life, gaining even more strength. And make sure you pay attention because it gets pretty ridiculous. He can redirect the courses of planets and stars, and even lifted the entire Milky Way galaxy over his head, which contains 100 billion planets and 250 billion stars expanding over 100,000 light years. He travels to the sea and enters the underwater kingdom, where he gets his iconic weapon called the Rui Jingu Bang.
He went to Atlantis? I feel like I already knew that, but I didn't know that.
Called the Rui Jingu Bang, translated as the magic golden collapse rod, a giant pole that is able to shrink to the size of a needle or grow to pierce the skies of heaven. On his journey, Sun Wukong gains insane abilities that the gods have no answer for. With his ability called the 72 transformations, he has 72 lives. Meaning, and think about this, you would need to kill a god that can defeat heaven's pantheon with countless layers of immortality 72 times to finally win. Basically, if you're fighting Wukong, go ahead and chalk that L up on the board. Having mastered the Taoist way, Sun Wukong can summon immortals to his side. This is shown when he summons the Northern Dragon King. He can shapeshift into literally anything he wants.
He has summoning jutsu too? He summoned a dragon. So basically, there's nothing this man can't do. I already knew he was hacked out, but he's definitely more hacked out than what I knew before.
He can shapeshift into literally anything he wants, including his opponents. In his battle with Prince Nocha, Nocha changed his form to become stronger. Wukong laughed and mimicked his exact form before defeating him. Wukong has defeated beings who can cut the universe in half, and even beings who could destroy all of heaven, Earth, the 18 layers of hell, and the entire universe with just a whistle.
18 levels, just a whistle? Hold on. This is a lot for me to take in right now. 18 levels of hell, and they can destroy it with a whistle? Stop it. Stop it, bro. Stop it. This is too much. No wonder y'all kept telling me to check out this video. I didn't know he had more hacks, bro. So if Sun Wukong can defeat somebody that can cut the universe in half, what could he do to the universe? And y'all telling me that Goku could beat him, huh? Stop it. Stop it, bro. Stop it. Y'all are embarrassing yourselves, Dragon Ball Z fans. Y'all are truly embarrassing yourselves.
With just a whistle, he's defeated beings that are stated to be non-existent, meaning things that aren't even real can't hide from Wukong's fists. He can hear up to heaven and down into the underworld. With his eyes, he can see if things are true or false, good or evil, wealthy or poor. He also states he's capable of seeing the entire world.
Yo, chat, he can literally see all of us because we broke as fuck. He can look at us and be like, damn, I might be a monkey, but you poor as fuck. You got no money. If I had the ability to walk up to people and tell them they broke or poor, I would be an evil motherfucker, bro. I'm exposing everybody that's faking a lifestyle out here.
He also states he's capable of seeing the entire world. He can create massive storms that rage over the entire planet. He's completely invulnerable and can only be damaged if he wills it to be so. He can change his size to fill the entire universe or shrink down to a piece of hair.
Wow.
And even the de-immortalizing furnace couldn't kill Sun Wukong. Wukong has 84,000 hairs on his body that he can turn into literally anything he wants. He can create weapons, armor, exact versions of himself, and even exact copies of his opponents that possess the same strength, speed, and all of their abilities. And his clones are able to make copies of themselves and so on and so forth to infinity.
He has infinite power. He has 84,000 hair follicles and he can do whatever he wants with that hair. He can turn his hair into armor, other people, or whatever he wants. And then those people that came from his hair can do whatever they want times infinity. What the fuck? What the fuck? Characters like this shouldn't even exist because how do you beat him? How do you beat Sun Wukong?
So forth to infinity, meaning you would have to fight an infinite number of Wukongs or an infinite army of you. After running the ones with the entire afterlife, there's only one deity left strong enough to defeat him, and that would be the Buddha himself. Buddha challenges Wukong and tells him that if he's capable of jumping out of his hand, that the Jade Emperor's throne will be his. And of course, Sun Wukong accepts this challenge and somersaults across all of creation. But when he lands, he realizes that he never left the Buddha's hand because all of creation resides within it.
That yellow thing right there, was that really piss? Did he piss on his hand and that's how he knew he was still in his hand? Because he wrote something on the hand and then pissed on it and then jumped. And when he was finished jumping, the piss and the writing was still there. Is that true, chat, or was that made up?
Lands, he realizes that he never left the Buddha's hand because all of creation resides within it. Buddha seals Sun Wukong in the heart of the mountain and releases him to continue his journey 500 years later. Sun Wukong realizes that if he's ever to subside his desire for life, he needs to reach that status of strength, becoming perfect, becoming Buddha. After a long journey, becoming more and more powerful and lifting mountains on his shoulders that represent the infinite cosmic sky, Sun Wukong has reached it, a place far beyond mortals and gods. Nirvana. Reaching the enlightened stage, Sun Wukong's journey is complete. He is now alive forevermore, the sage over heaven, the fighting Buddha, Buddha Wukong.
I love that name. I love that name. Even though the sage equal to heaven was a hard title, Buddha Wukong just does something to me, bruh. I love the way that sounds. Buddha Wukong. Ah, come on, chat. Let's be honest. That shit hard.
Complete. He is now alive forevermore, the sage over heaven, the fighting Buddha, Buddha Wukong. Within Buddha's teaching, Nirvana is the ultimate stage of enlightenment, being free of everything and inaccessibly above the state of samsara in its entirety. Within Buddhism, there's a concept known as Buddhist Cosmo, which has 7 spatial and temporal dimensions within it, which represent the 7 realms of samsara, with each of these realms individually transcending one another as Nirvana stands at the inaccessible summit. The Samsara is the endless cycle of life, death, and rebirth, and governs all of existence. Every aspect of life and death, including dimensions, falls within its bounds. By transcending it, Wukong is able to escape the grasp of life and death itself by existing outside of everything. Wukong, having attained enlightenment, would stand above the god realms and formless realms, as well as concepts like Dharma, which represents the Eightfold Path. Now, as a teaching, the Dharma embodies the truth of oneself. They're the principles of cosmic and individual existence, and basically the natural order of the universe itself.
Wow. Did he transcend Buddha? Or is he on the same level as Buddha? It seems like he transcended everything, but I don't know if he's parallel to Buddha or did he surpass Buddha.
Basically the natural order of the universe itself. By transcending samsara and achieving nirvana, the Monkey King has surpassed these fundamental concepts, existing beyond the limitations of life, death, and the cosmic order. Upon reaching nirvana, Wukong would have obtained Atman. In Hindu and Buddhist philosophy, Atman is the ultimate goal of the Buddha and the final stage of existence. Like Brahman, Atman exists beyond the realm of identification and anything bound by such concepts. This places Atman above the universe.
Yo, get this Illuminati stuff off my face. What the hell? I'm scared. I'm scared. What is this? This reminds me of Bill Cipher for some reason. Get it out of here. I feel like he's about to come through the screen and destroy our universe. I'm scared, bro. Anytime I see a pyramid with an eye up there, it just reminds me of that.
Identification and anything bound by such concepts. This places Atman above the universe, hyperverse, mathematical dualism, Taoism, and all other notions of existence in space-time. Those who obtain Atman achieve near omnipotent power, and that's exactly what Wukong has. Becoming one of the strongest beings not only in his verse, but in all of fiction, as you're fighting a god who has reached the peak of existence that resides beyond everything, with countless layers of immortality, and defeated all of heaven, holding creation in his hands, that can create clones of himself and his opponents infinitely, and you have to kill all of them 72 times to finally lose, because everyone knows you're not winning. Overall, Sun Wukong would scale layers into high outer with irrelevant speed. And shout out to Ryan who sponsored this video, because in the end, Sun Wukong has come a long way on his journey to the west to live forever, and now has strength to defeat anyone that stands in his way. Because when you're the strongest, it's no mystery that you inspire the strongest. But how is it that he has this?
You see that? He inspired the strongest, Goku, but Goku not touching him, but he inspired Goku. Shout out to Goku, bro. Shout out to Goku. We all are inspired by somebody.
Strongest. But how is it that he has this much strength? It doesn't make any sense. He's just a monkey, right? What's up, guys? It's Divine. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys like and subscribe.
How strong is my boy Saitama?
One Punch Man. This story follows a human who gains the power of a god and has the ability to defeat all of his opponents in one punch. No matter how big or how powerful, all it takes is one punch. Saitama wanted to be a hero that protects people and decided one day that he was going to train to become the strongest. But he had no idea just how strong he would become. Saitama was able to break his limiter by following this near impossible training regimen.
This nigga ass
100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and a 10-kilometer run.
If I do that, will I become the next One Punch Man? Because 100 push-ups don't sound that bad. 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats. I don't know how long 10 kilometers is, but like, it don't seem that hard.
Every single day for 3 years straight.
Oh, 3?
As a result, the limit that was placed on all beings was broken, allowing Saitama's strength to grow limitlessly. A limiter is a theoretical barrier that restricts the physical growth and strength of a being placed on them by God. God made a growth limitation on every being to prevent them from losing purpose. Everyone eventually reaches this upper limit where they become unable to develop more strength no matter how hard they try. However, Saitama broke through his limiter, which results in the development of immeasurable strength. Saitama is described as being an end-of-series protagonist placed at the beginning of the series. In the world of One Punch Man, monsters are categorized into different tiers based on their threat level and overall power. Tiger, Demon, Dragon, and the most powerful of them all, God. God-level threats are incredibly rare and incredibly powerful. They are capable of causing unpredicted levels of destruction and pose a threat to all of humanity. But for Saitama, it doesn't matter. Saitama is able to defeat dragon-level threats like the Deep Sea King, the same character that can take out multiple S-class heroes with absolutely no difficulty, and Saitama is able to beat him with, you guessed it, a single punch. The force generated from this punch was so powerful that it literally changed the weather. But among the
Hold on, that's kind of crazy. So Saitama is god level.
I would assume.
At least he's dragon level. You know what I'm saying? He has to be god level. If you can destroy people with one punch, you have to be god level.
The force generated from this punch was so powerful that it literally changed the weather. But among the stars, there's another being who's become bored fighting weak opponents and wants a challenge. Boros, an alien from space known as the Dominator of the universe, has his targets locked on Earth, coming for one man. The man to fulfill the prophecy. Boros and Saitama are face to face, and now it's time to see who's the strongest. Boros comments on Saitama's power, saying he can sense no bottom to his strength. Saitama at this point in the series has defeated every monster with a single normal punch. However, Boros is different. Saitama punches Boros and he was able to survive, shattering Boros' armor that was limiting his immense power. Okay, Boros' strength continues to rise as he transforms and attacks Saitama, seemingly doing no damage, but the light show is pretty cool. Boros' species is able to regenerate themselves even from a pool of blood. This came in handy because Saitama's consecutive normal punches completely obliterated his body. Boros is able to kick Saitama to the
So that little eye, this little eye is the reason why he's like able to regenerate, or was it the blood?
Boros is able to kick Saitama to the moon, and Saitama performs his best feat so far as he's able to jump from the moon to the earth, which will require him to be moving about 299,792 kilometers per second.
Where he get them numbers from?
Speed of light. Boros decides it's time to finish this, and Saitama couldn't agree more. Boros charges up his most powerful attack, called the Collapsing Star Roaring Cannon, which he states that this blast can destroy the entire planet's surface. Saitama finally showing a glimpse of his strength as he uses his Serious Punch. Just the shockwave from this punch alone was enough to eviscerate Boros' Collapsing Star Roaring Cannon and even split the Earth's atmosphere. Boros states that Saitama was still holding back. And now Saitama is once again alone in the universe as the strongest. Saitama eventually faces even more of the Monster Association's strongest warriors, defeating Elder Centipede, Overgrown Rover, and even the King of the Monsters, Orochi, who has gotten more powerful since his battle with Garo. But still, all it takes is a single punch. Speaking of Garo, his goal is to become a monster himself, and his passion to achieve this goal literally allows him to change his biology, losing himself to the darkness of his desires, and becomes Monster Garo. Monster Garo in his fight with Platinum Sperm is able to fight so fast that they're—
Platinum what? Wait, hold on. I must have not heard that right. Platinum what?
Monster Garo in his fight with Platinum Sperm is able to fight so fast that their movements are happening within fractions of a second, with their speed being calculated 200 times faster than light. We later learn more about the most mysterious character in the entire show, and possibly the strongest, God. God has been studied by the number one hero, Blast, and he concludes that God is the creator of all of existence and everything within it, having control over all of time and space, and Blast has even had encounters with him face to face. Garo himself was able to arrive in the presence of God, and God uses deception to get mortals to do his bidding as he takes the form of your most influential person. God offers—
I don't like how they're trying to make God, hey Lord, I don't like the way they're trying to depict you in this anime. It's like they're trying to take me away from you, Lord. Look, I don't like how shows be making Lucifer seem good and God seem evil. Like, what? I don't like that, bro. I don't like that about anime and like a lot of shows, bro. You know what I'm saying? Don't be playing with my God. Don't play with him like that.
And mortals to do his bidding as he takes the form of your most influential person. God offers him some of his power, and all Garo has to do is take his hand. Garo refuses, slapping his hand out of the way, but even that slight touch between God and monster produced something interesting. When Garo arrives back down on Earth, he's not a monster anymore. He's a god. Cosmic Garo is the most powerful character so far, excluding God himself. He now has knowledge of all the energy in the entire universe, and now has new abilities that are mind-blowing. As a human, Garo is able to copy anyone's techniques, but now he can just copy them. He puts this new power on display as he can copy Blast's space manipulation abilities, and now can use nuclear fission and even create his own subspace gates. He defeats all of the heroes, and Saitama arrives on the battlefield just in time to see Garo punch a hole through Genos' core. That's it. He's done holding back.
I just spoiled myself. Genos died? Genos died? What the fuck? They better rebuild that nigga.
Saitama, holding his friend's core in his hand, and now only has one thing on his mind.
Revenge?
Serious series.
Oh.
Serious punch. Saitama attacks Garo with his most powerful punch, but Garo figures out a way to survive.
How?
Copying Saitama. He's able to copy Saitama's strength and calls this ability Saitama mode, and he winds up his own serious punch. Blast can
Really?
sense the energy that they're about to release and uses his subspace gates to contain their clash in space. He even needs the help of others to redirect the attack from Earth. The energy is released,
What
repelling
the
Garo
freak?
and Saitama into deep space, landing them on the surface of one of Jupiter's moons. But in the opposite direction, they made a hole in space.
Oh
This
my
punch
gosh.
was labeled Serious Punch Squared, and seeing as they were able to destroy all these stars within this radius, and using inverse square law, we can see that this punch generated multi-galaxy levels of power. Saitama tells Garo that he's glad that he can finally use his full power against someone who can actually stand up. However, Saitama's not excited like in his dream because of the death of his friend. Garo uses his abilities against Saitama, but none of them work. He tries to use his subspace gates, but Saitama just kicks it away. Yeah, I would have.
Do you know how strong? What, bro? What is? He's not human, bro. He has to be mixed with God. Ain't no way. 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100. What do you say after that? Squats, 100. A run. A run after that, those are basic things. 100 sit-ups, squats, and a run. Ain't no way those things for 3 years made this man into that. I know people that take steroids and ain't this strong, bro.
Tries to use his subspace gates, but Saitama just kicks it away. Yeah, I would have the same reaction. Saitama grabs the surface of the moon and tears it off using a serious table flip. Garo states that Saitama's strength is limitless and decides to copy him limitlessly. However,
That's
Garo sees
actually
for
pretty
some
smart.
reason it's not working. We get to
Why?
have a look at how Saitama's strength actually works as it's shown on a graph in
Oh my
comparison to
gosh.
Garo. We see that Saitama has finite jumps, however it just keeps going. Saitama grows higher and higher and so fast that characters that can copy you just by looking at you can't do it. Saitama
They
grows
can't
so
keep up.
exponentially fast that Garo can't copy his strength, and now Saitama has become bored in this fight yet again. He
Oh
catches
my
one
gosh.
of Garo's punches, and what happens next is crazy. Saitama sneezes, and the force of his sneeze alone is able to destroy Jupiter.
He's
Are you
not human,
serious?
bro.
Well,
He's
it
not
is
human,
a
bro.
serious sneeze, so I guess he kinda is. When Garo sees this, he decides, yup, that's enough. Get me the hell out of here. He kicks Saitama to the other end of space and uses one of his subspace gates to get back to Earth, but Saitama uses a serious fart and moves massively faster than light and is able to catch up to Garo. Yeah,
Hey,
don't ask me
farts?
what's going on because your guess is just as good as mine. Saitama punches Garo back down to the earth, and when he sees the kid that he had a friendship with died, he decides that he's done. He tells Saitama that it's up to him to fix his mistakes and teaches him an ability that he hoped he would master if he got the power of God. However, it still wasn't enough. But Saitama is a completely different story. Garo shows Saitama how to reverse particles and antiparticles, with Saitama's particles doing the same. God decides to take Garo's power away, but before Garo can die, he tells Saitama that if anyone can master God's power without taking his hand, it's you. Saitama is launched backwards in
makes
time,
sense.
looking at all the past events, and when he sees Garo in the past, he does what he does best. He balls up his fist and punches. This punch is the reversal of causality itself, creating an attack that not even the One Punch Man can do, ending a fight in 0 punches. Saitama's strength continues to grow with there being no end in sight. But seeing that Garo could temporarily match Saitama's strength by just barely touching God's hand, there's only one question that still needs to be answered. Can the creation defeat the creator? Can Saitama defeat God?
God? That's kind of hard. That's kind of hard. Oh my gosh. I ain't gonna lie, that was kind of hard. That was a good video. What the fuck? How strong is Asura?
How strong is Asura? Asura, or the Guardian General of Wrath, is an angry demigod whose power grows in response to his rage. He wants to get revenge on the self-proclaimed gods, and he will literally crawl out of hell to do it.
Oh,
Mantra,
gosh.
the power system in this verse, equivalent to Ki in Dragon Ball or Chakra in Naruto,
Okay.
can be manipulated through a mantra reactor. chakra by the priestess, and when it is amplified, it is shown as green mist that can power machines.
I got
heal
that too.
wounds, and even grant beings godlike power. Mantra is the cosmic energy produced by emotions, either from the souls of mortals or from their prayers. There are 8 forms of mantra within this verse that these characters derive their power from: pride, lust, vanity, greed, violence,
Sound like sins.
melancholy, sloth, and of course, wrath. These forms
is
are
like
the embodiment
7
of
deadly
human
sins.
darkness, and those who can draw its power from within the human soul can achieve limitless power. Asura fights against a creature named Vlitra, which was created by Gaia or Earth because the cycle of life and death was disrupted by the souls not returning to her and instead being made into mantra. Vlitra appears randomly, becoming more and more powerful with each appearance, with the demigods barely being able to defeat Vlitra each time.
Okay.
Vlitra being the literal will of the planet itself, and its mantra level
I don't know. Something about the way this thing is opening up, it gives me the creeps. It looks like a protruded vagina. It looks like a vagina that's opening and closing, like an alien vagina, bro. That's all I got for you. That's what it looks like to me.
and its mantra level being stated to be immeasurable. Asura is able to do fairly well against Vlitra on his own, and with the help of the Karma Fortress, or the Brahmastra, which is a machine that is made of pure mantra, they are able to force Vlitra to retreat. Asura is later framed for the death of the Emperor by the commander of the Guardian Generals, Deus. Deus betrayed Asura because his only daughter Mithra, or the priestess, is able to manipulate and amplify mantra, which the demigods derive their power from. Asura finds his wife murdered and his daughter kidnapped.
This sounds like God of War. This is literally God of War. Am I tripping? Did they just remake God of War?
And now he's on a rampage for revenge. Asura confronts Deus and is inevitably defeated and falls to Gaia in a fireball, with his last words being, "I will have my vengeance." Thus is the death of Asura.
Reborn
But it's
again?
not over. Asura wakes up and is confused about where he is. A golden spider tells him that he's in Naraka, or Hell, and reminds Asura about what he said, about what he promised to do. Asura gains all of his memories back and begins his ascension out of Hell, eventually reaching the top and breaking through, returning to Gaia. 12,000 years later.
12,000,
Asura's wrath
what?
is now stronger than ever after his revival, and he encounters Wyzen, the Guardian General of Violence, who's become exponentially more powerful during the 12,000 years that Asura has been dead. Even stated multiple times that the demigod's power back then is nothing compared to what they can do now, even calling Asura a speck of dust in the past. However,
Damn.
Asura with sheer rage is able to completely dominate base Wyzen, forcing him to use more transformations and put more of his power on display, eventually getting pushed to the point where he needed to take millions of souls, becoming Gongan Wyzen. Wyzen at this point is the size of the planet itself and is now using every last drop of mantra to defeat Asura, sending one finger down to the planet to crush him. But Asura's anger
That man turned into Galactus. That is actually insane. I'm not gonna lie. One finger? What you gonna do, Asura? Show me.
down to the planet to crush him. But Asura's anger and hatred rises to the challenge, releasing all 6 of his arms to catch this attack.
Okay.
Asura is able to catch his finger and starts firing consecutive punches at Wyzen, trying to push him back. After shattering all of his arms but one, Asura harnesses every last drop of mantra within his body and releases it in one final punch. This punch was so powerful that it was able to completely obliterate Wyzen, erasing him from existence.
Oh my
This
gosh.
punch generated over 7 yotatons of force, with a yotaton being equivalent to 7 septillion tons of TNT,
What?
or enough to eviscerate the entire planet via its gravitational binding energy. Yasha confronts
Septillion?
Asura immediately after Asura's win against Wyzen and proceeds to dominate him, but we have to consider the fact that Asura has no arms and is heavily fatigued. Yasha proceeds to kill Asura, sending him back to Hell, where he would lay dormant
Damn.
for another 500 years. It's actually been confirmed in an interview with project leader Saiji Shimoda and production head director Hiroshi Matsuyama that Wyzen is the weakest of the 7 deities. Asura wakes up in Naraka and a golden spider enlightens him once again, and Asura breaks out of Hell. Asura meets a girl who
2
looks
times.
almost exactly like his daughter Mithra.
Aw.
Carlisle, the Guardian General of Sloth, proceeds to slaughter the girl's entire village.
Don't he look like King Boomy? Don't he look like King Boomy from Naruto? I know y'all see it. I know y'all see it, bruh. I said from Naruto. I definitely meant to say from Avatar. Don't get on me, chat. Don't get on me.
Almost exactly like his daughter Mithra, Carlisle, the guardian general of Sloth, proceeds to slaughter the girl's entire village to gain mantra, which is what the 7 deities have been doing
Buddha!
to get mantra for the past 12,000 years instead of getting it through prayers. Asura ends up defeating Carlisle and the entire fleet of ships that were invading the village, and he falls to Gaia. Asura wakes up in a hot spring with his previous master August, who has been compared to Deus in strength, with multiple statements saying that he has only drawn his sword against Deus and that he might actually be stronger than him. However, the answer to these questions become more obvious as the story progresses. Asura and August have a full-fledged battle on the moon. Asura grows in strength as his rage increases, pushing August to draw his sword against another opponent for the first time.
Okay.
This sword releases August's full strength as he can manipulate the length of the sword, going as far as to push Asura to the earth from the moon. It's been stated in the guide that they were falling to the earth with the force of a falling comet, even stabbing Asura through the chest and even the entire planet itself.
Oh my.
Asura is able to break this sword and end the battle with one final slash. Asura returns to the girl's village, but it is too late. Hundreds of bombs are falling from an armada of ships to the earth, launched by Olga, one of the 7 deities, and completely nukes the entire village, killing everyone there, including the girl that looks like Mithra. This was the final push. Asura let his wrath go.
He turned into Meliodas.
Mantra, eviscerating multiple ships and destroying the landscape around him. And when the smoke clears, all that's left is wrath. Asura.
Oh my gosh!
This transformation is the embodiment of Asura's wrath, and in this form he loses all sense of who he is, and his body carbonizes, becoming unstable due to the sheer amounts of mantra that Asura's wrath is producing. Asura releases multiple blasts at the fleet of ships in space and is able to destroy all of them, and even has the power to rival or even surpass the Brahmastra, which at this point has gained over 12,000 years worth of mantra to get to this level.
Oh my gosh.
Olga decides to use the Brahmastra to kill Asura, seeing him
That's
more as a threat
Galactus.
than Vlitra, the creature with immeasurable amounts of mantra. The Brahmastra charges up its cannon and fires a blast at Asura, with Asura being able to react and charge up one of his own. Asura is able to temporarily match the power of the Brahmastra and eventually tank the attack, with the Brahmastra stated to be using 3/4 of its power to try and kill Asura, and Asura survived. The Karma Fortress of the Brahmastra's size is very contentious. In the actual game, it is bigger than the Earth. However, in the official game works, it completely dwarfs the Earth in size, making it comparable to the Brahmastra's eye. The credibility of the official works is advocated for in an interview by production director Hiroshi Matsuyama and project leader Shaiji Shimoda. However, the game adaptation of the Karma Fortress would be the most credible to use. Asura and Yasha fight again, and Asura is able to defeat Asura. However, we have to take into consideration that Asura is heavily fatigued after his fight with the Brahmastra, and this form is killing him in general.
Dang.
Yasha goes to fight Deus and gets dominated until Asura wakes up and shows a new level of control by harnessing one of his wrath arms and teaming up with Yasha against Deus, who is holding back. Deus fuses with the Karma Fortress itself to form Sakra Devanam Indra Deus, which actually increases the size of the Brahmastra, with it now having an entire lower half. Asura and Yasha fly towards the Brahmastra. Deus tries to use the hands of the Brahmastra to clap them closed, which has actually been counted 33.881 ninatons of TNT, or a large planet level at a low ball, going based off the size of the Brahmastra in comparison to Gaia, and accounting for the gaps of space within the Brahmastra itself, and of course the time it took Yasha's ship to reach the center of the Brahmastra, and other low-balled presuppositions, it would be large planetary at a low ball and dwarf star at a high ball. Asura and Yasha confront
I don't
Deus
know what
and
none of that
finally uses
means.
his full power against them, and they get dominated. Deus heals and increases his power using Mithra. However, this was a fatal mistake doing this in front of Asura. Asura bursts into a fit of rage and completely bodies Deus and eventually defeats him, ending his reign. Vlitra appears yet again more powerful than ever, with multiple heads. Asura and Yasha are able to defeat the heads and now head to the center of the earth to defeat Vlitra once and for all. They are both amped by Mithra and reach new levels of strength and are able to finally defeat Vlitra, bringing this story to an end. But it's
Sheesh.
not over yet.
It's not?
It is revealed that the Golden Spider was the one who bestowed mantra onto their ancestors. He was the one who had the planet's will give birth to Vlitra. He is Chakravartin. He is God. Asura sees that he is the cause of all of his suffering and is
The golden
one that he
spider
needs to
that was in hell set him up from the beginning? Is that what I'm hearing? The golden spider was basically Satan. Oh, nah, bro. I'm seeing it differently. That golden spider set him up.
Asura sees that he is the cause of all of his suffering and is the one that he needs to kill. Asura's wrath has now exploded, seeing his daughter behind Chakravartin's webs, and becomes the embodiment of wrath yet again, and is able to break through the barrier. However, Mithra sends Asura and Yasha down to Gaia, and Chakravartin says he will end this world and make it anew, implying he is the creator of the entire universe itself. Yasha infuses the heart of the Brahmastra into Asura, which has accumulated 7 trillion souls worth of mantra. Asura, with the help of his daughter, unlocks a new form which grows him to the size of the planet, similar to Wyzen. And this transformation is called Asura the Destructor. Chakravartin fires a blast at Asura, which he's able to tank and protect the Earth from.
He's that big?
It's stated that Chakravartin is in the center of the Milky Way galaxy, and the galaxy itself is being absorbed into Chakravartin. This is shown with all these planets and stars being drawn toward him. The distance between Earth and the center of the Milky Way galaxy is 25,000 light years, and his beam takes 26 seconds to reach Asura. We can see that this beam is moving 30 billion times faster than light. Asura is able to react and dodge these beams multiple times while flying toward the creator, putting his speed massively faster than light plus. As Asura flies toward Chakravartin, he throws multiple planets and stars at him, confirming he is easily multi-star level, and even gets a meteor the size of multiple galaxies thrown at him, which Asura is able to punch straight through. Asura reaches the creator in 277 seconds, or a little under 5 minutes.
Oh my!
Doing more conversions, we see that Asura was moving 2.8 billion times the speed of light. This would just back up the previous feat, but we have to take into consideration that Asura is getting slowed down by all the planets and stars being thrown at him.
That is true.
As well as the blast from the Chakravartin. Asura is able to reach the Chakravartin and completely destroy his avatar with one punch, confirming multi-galaxy AP for Asura. Asura fights against Chakravartin, and their fight breaks through multiple dimensions, with the Chakravartin taking on his true form.
He's multi-dimensional?
Chakravartin, the creator.
Oh my gosh, hold on. This is kind of scary. Whoa, what is this?
The creator is so strong in this transformation that he's able to stop Asura's full power attack with just one finger and knock him out of his mantra form by just tapping his hand. Asura is able to gain strength through his rage, increasing to the point where his base form is now able to keep up with the creator.
Really?
And he eventually gains enough power to use one final punch that completely obliterates the creator, finally using every last drop of his wrath. Overall, Asura would scale to multiversal with MFTL plus speeds. In the end, Asura was able to get his vengeance because of the immeasurable limits of his wrath. What's up, guys? It's Divine. If you guys enjoyed this,
How strong is the Doomslayer?
Doomslayer, an ex-space marine who was sent to UAC Phobos base to defend the Earth from demons crawling out of hell.
Okay.
Returning to planet Earth that looked no different from the underworld.
Kind of looks like Gears of War and Halo a little bit. Sorry for pausing.
Hell, returning to planet Earth that looked no different from the underworld, as it was completely infested by demons. Billions of lives were ended, including his wife and child.
Oh my.
And worst of all, his pet rabbit Daisy.
No,
On
not the
that day,
rabbit.
the balance of the universe shifted as a promise that reached the ears of God was heard. He's going to send every demon in existence back to the pits of hell. Yo, what's up, guys? It's Divine and Kazi. Before the video starts, we want to
Collab?
share how we turned nothing into something, from 0 followers to over 1.2 million combined followers across all of our platforms. This isn't for
Are they trying to sell me a course or something? What the heck was that? Also, so Doomslayer kills demons. Who put the demons on Earth? God? Did God send the demons back to Earth or something? Is that what I just heard? I have never played a Doomslayer game in my life. I have no idea what's happening.
In the beginning, billions of years ago, God created the first primeval, which is an entity with the strength of God. With him
What?
creating multiple dimensions like Earth, Hell, and Urdok, or this universe's heaven, a higher dimensional plane that exists beyond the boundaries that mortals
Urdok
can
is
reach,
heaven?
and described as the hub of transcendent technology. God created a primeval for each and every dimension, but every dimension can only have one, because if two primevals were to ever clash fists, all of reality would crumble.
That makes
first
sense.
primeval, or the devil, rebelled against God and began consuming billions of dimensions.
Oh my gosh, it's kind of like Satan. It's kind of like Satan.
The first primeval, or the devil, rebelled against God and began consuming billions of dimensions, including hell, and the primevals residing in those universes. The more dimensions that the first primeval consumed, the stronger he became, eventually gaining so much power that his strength rivaled God himself. In order to stop this revolt, God suppressed the devil's strength, but he would continue to grow even stronger. As the devil was casted away, Seraphim begged God to kill him, but God said he can't. He loves his first creation, his son, too much to let him go. But God—
This is literally just like the Bible. What is happening? They just put the Bible in a video game and switched some words around and made it seem like it's kid friendly. That's what I'm seeing right now.
Son, too much to let him go. But God said that if the devil were to ever rise up again, he will be defeated by another primeval, or something even worse. The absolute worst case scenario takes the form of a divinity machine made by
Wait a
Maker
second.
Technology.
So God just let all this happen, all this evilness, all these people dying for no reason because he loved his first creation so much? That makes no sense. All the people that's dying, I guess everything happens for a reason, but bro, if you don't step in.
The absolute worst case scenario takes the form of a divinity machine made by Maker Technology that was originally used to find imperfections in the blood of Sentinel warriors. They were going to serve under the Maker race, but all of that was a lie. The Makers are an extra dimensional race that reside in the 6th dimension, or the Doom universe's heaven. They worship the father or god of the Doom universe, who has a lifespan of 10,000 years. Their true goal is to find the prophesized destroyer that's going to wipe heaven from existence. When the father dies, a new god rises by combining the essence of the father with another being. But the essence of the father was stolen by Seraphim, and now the Makers are going to lose their god.
The person that told God to kill Satan, that person absorbed the essence? Yo, what is happening in this game? I'm very confused right now.
Was stolen by Seraphim, and now the Makers are going to lose their god and their lives if the prophesied destroyer comes to be. Seraphim knew of another way to use the machine, and he had a plan to finish what should have ended millions of years ago. Finding the strongest warrior that he could think of, he took the Doom guy to the divinity machine and submitted him to the Slayer ritual, injecting the essence of the Father, the creator of the entire universe, into Doom guy.
Wait, Doom has that?
The universe has shifted once again.
He's God?
If you want strength, scream until God can hear you. And now, they will fear you. I guess God was right. This is definitely worse. Doomslayer wakes up with strength that nothing in existence can ever hope to rival. If you're strong, he's stronger. If you're fast, he's faster. If you're smart, he's smarter. Becoming the walking embodiment of I'm just better. Doomslayer killed the Titan champion of Hell, which was stated to be the most powerful demon that Hell has ever seen, and went undefeated for millennia. This demon was also stated to be immortal and completely impervious to any attacks against it, and the only hope of winning is to gain a crucible to seal it. But crucibles being stated to be able to corrupt existence, but still can't keep this demon down for good. However, Doomslayer was able to rip this demon apart with nothing but his bare hands.
He's that strong? I'm not gonna lie, I thought this game was just a shooter. I didn't know he had powers and stuff. I've seen some gameplay just look like Halo to me, but this person kind of crazy. He kind of strong. I didn't know, man. I was definitely unfamiliar with his game. Maybe I should play it.
However, Doomslayer was able to rip this demon apart with nothing but his bare hands, meaning he's so strong that even beings that can't die will be ripped from life.
That's crazy to think about.
Maker, a being that can teleport from one side of the universe to the other in an instant and strikes fear in multiple dimensions. The icon of sin, at the time Hell's most powerful demon, that can create black holes simply by existing, with black holes being an abyss in space that is so powerful that not even light can escape it. It can grow up to 20 times larger than our own sun, erasing all matter at a subatomic level. Even though the icon of sin was augmented by Maker Technology, both of these warriors fell to the Doomslayer. It's stated that nobody in the past, present, or future is stronger than the Doomslayer, and he can kill—
He said nobody is stronger in the past, present, or future than the Doomslayer. That's kind of a flex. I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of a big flex. If someone told me that, I would probably be like, nah, I'm better, and still get ripped in half. But I would still say it because
Don't say no shit like that to me. As a certified hater, I have to try to prove you wrong. I'm gonna find somebody stronger than you in the past, present, or the future. I'm gonna make that my lifelong goal. I'm gonna make sure I live forever just so I can see you fail. That's how much of a hater I am.
It's stated that nobody in the past, present, or future is stronger than the Doomslayer, and he can kill everything in the infinite multiverse. And I mean everything.
Everything?
Doomslayer is able to absorb Argent energy, which is what was used to create the Primevals, and is a boundless power source that gives infinite energy. He's capable of imploding the entire multiverse, and his existence is living to kill demons, as fate will literally twist itself to ensure that Doomslayer wins. The demons of hell know that.
Wait, what? Fate will twist itself to make sure he wins? Yo, this whole team full of dick riders. What do you mean fate would change itself so he can win? If he supposed to lose, he supposed to lose. That's not how fate works. Fate can't just change when it wants to willy-nilly. Bro, what the fuck? I'm a Doomslayer hater now. I swear to God, I'm gonna find somebody. Anos, somebody gonna beat this nigga ass.
Demons, as fate will literally twist itself to ensure that Doomslayer wins. The demons of hell know that as long as demons exist, the Doomslayer is alive, and he will come for them, and always will. All right, I'm done.
Hey, yo.
Doomslayer can sense demons and even smell evil. He can hear telepathic messages between them, and his strength adjusts to his opponent.
What? He can smell evil? Yo, what the fuck? What do you mean he can smell evil?
Doomslayer can sense demons and even smell evil. He can hear telepathic messages between them, and his strength adjusts to his opponent, meaning no matter how strong you are, the Doomslayer will always be stronger.
So he can beat Sun Wukong?
The Dark Lord is able to get even more powerful from the Primevals that he kills. But the Doomslayer is different. After all of Hell started looking under their bed at night to make sure the Slayer wasn't there, the time has come to end all of this. The matchup prophesized billions of years ago. God warned the devil that if he rose up again, that he would be put down by something even worse. So only he has himself to blame for what happens next. The Doomslayer arrives in Hell all alone. He's stuck fighting all of Hell. No. All of Hell is stuck fighting him.
I like that. I like that switch. That was a cool little switch. I ain't gonna lie.
When the Doomslayer finally comes face to face with the Dark Lord, the truth is revealed. Everything was a lie.
What?
The Father wasn't the one that created everything in existence.
It was Doomslayer?
It was the devil.
Oh, what the freak? That's a crazy little flip, bro.
The Father wasn't the one that created everything in existence. It was the devil.
Stand and fight, Slayer.
The Dark Lord was the one that created everything, every dimension, every realm.
How am I supposed to know that's true?
And even the Doomslayer himself. But his creations decided to betray him and stole his power to gain it for themselves.
He is the first being and my creator. When he fell, I ascended.
Huh?
They sealed me away, stole my power and name. And now, the time has come for a reckoning.
You gotta do a recon? A retcon? Said it right? All things are...
Shall they be unmade, starting with you.
That wasn't cold.
Doomslayer fights against...
That was kind of trash. I'm not gonna lie. He said all things were made from my hand and they can be unmade, starting with you. That was kind of trash. I'm not gonna lie. They need to rewrite that.
So shall they be unmade, starting with you.
Boo!
Doomslayer fights against his creator and his strength grows even higher. And in the end, no matter how much strength the Dark Lord has, he will never defeat the Doomslayer. Damned being the creator would have strength to create and destroy all infinite timelines. Hell itself is an extension of his being that is unlimited by the boundaries of space, time, and dimensions, and is a living realm that connects the world through dark pathways. The devil would have also existed before time and was able to create the infinite multiverse in a finite amount of it. And of course, the Doomslayer would scale above it.
Have you nothing to say to your creator before you
I'm not gonna lie, I would not believe that he's my creator. You're too ugly to be my creator. My creator has to be a beautiful, handsome, sexy man or woman. That's all I gotta say. Cause that Nick, he ugly as hell. Ain't no way that's my creator, bro.
Before you strike him down.
He ain't got nothing to say to you.
Once the Doomslayer killed the Dark Lord, all the demons of
Suck his
hell
power
were
up.
vaporized, finally fulfilling his promise that all of them will die. Overall, the Doomslayer would scale to low complex multiversal with infinite to immeasurable speed. In the end, the Doom guy has come a long way from being a space marine who promised to kill every demon in existence and now has the strength to rip the devil apart. The man whose bare hands are his most powerful weapon, fighting against all of hell, and won because if he starts a fight, he'll rip and tear until it's done. What's up, guys? It's Divine. If you guys enjoyed this video,
I
please
ain't
just
gonna lie,
like
that was fire. That was fire, man. Y'all let me know in the comments below what else you want me to check out. I know y'all like these type of videos. And was that very accurate? Was that an accurate depiction of Doomslayer? And y'all know I gotta ask this question. Doomslayer or Sun Wukong? Who y'all got in the comments below? How strong is Archie Sonic?
Archie Sonic, a blue hedgehog whose goal is to save the world, and he can do it in a blink of an eye.
Blink.
Because evil dies in the blue light.
Ooh,
Saying
hold
this-
on. Evil dies in the blue light. Okay, we got a lot of bars in these videos. I like that one.
Evil dies in the blue light. Saying this hedgehog is fast is a pretty big understatement. Here we go! Archie Sonic is so ridiculously fast that within the time it takes you to read this, he's already ran to every planet in the entire universe, even the ones we don't even know of, and still makes it back before you're done.
How's he that fast? I've never understood how people are that fast and still be losing fights. Like, how is Dr. Eggman his arch enemy when he's this goddamn fast? It makes no sense to me.
Even the ones we don't even know of, and still makes it back before you're done, which would mean Sonic is running 324 octillion times faster than light.
I don't even know what that means.
He was able to make a water ball and threw it in a tenth of a femtosecond, which is 1/quadrillionth of a second. Even characters that can literally stop time cannot stop Sonic from running, proving that even time itself is far too slow.
Is Sonic faster than the Flash? Who's faster? It's hard for me to calculate who's the faster speedster. Y'all let me know in the comments below. Sonic or the Flash? Who's faster? Maybe I gotta check out a Flash video after this.
Characters that can literally stop time cannot stop Sonic from running, proving that even time itself is far too slow. Sonic is capable of fighting Solaris, which is a being who was consuming all of time itself once he was awoken. With this being existing in the past, present, and future, but there's no future where he's faster than Sonic. Sonic was also able to reverse a black hole generator that exploded and sent Sonic 849,000 light years away, crash landing him on a distant planet. Within the comics themselves, Sonic's speed is so great that it's literally stated to be incalculable, but for
How's he fighting Knuckles if he's that fast? Is Knuckles fast too? I don't understand how he's having any fights. Can't he just one-shot everybody?
be incalculable, but for power scaling terms, we would call this level of speed immeasurable. Let's actually break down the speed tier so you guys can understand the difference, and you can use this for future videos.
There we go.
The term infinite speed refers to a character being able to cross an infinite distance in any finite amount of time.
Okay.
For example, if there's an infinite universe and a character is able to travel to another one, crossing that infinite distance in literally any finite amount of time, let's say like 3 seconds, they would classify for infinite speed.
Okay.
The next speed tier above this is immeasurable speed, which is being able to move beyond linear time. For example, characters being able to jump forwards or backwards in time as they are unbounded by the natural flow of time itself.
The Flash. The Flash can do that? This is a lot to take in, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very confused. So he can just do whatever he wants because he's that fast. This takes "you're too slow" to another meaning. Like, you're too slow. I see why he says that. Everybody's too slow compared to him. I see it.
For example, characters being able to jump forwards or backwards in time as they are unbounded by the natural flow of time itself. And lastly, irrelevant speed.
Irrelevant?
This is in reference to a character that is beyond the concepts of space, time, and distance, deeming their speed, well, irrelevant, or being so
What?
fast that it doesn't matter. Within the world that Sonic resides in, there's stated to be infinite multiverses with infinite variations on infinite possibilities. With realms like the imaginary world that are stated to have infinite dreams within them. Sonic's strength, speed, and all his other stats are amped by the Precious Stone, which is the nexus of reality and the gateway to the imaginary world. The crystal is stated to be welded out of the dreams and hopes of various dimensional worlds and supports the existence of extra-dimensional worlds. The Chaos Force is stated to be a higher plane of existence, and this Chaos Force would embody things like the Chaos Emeralds and Power Rings, with Sonic gathering 1 billion of these rings that are essentially extra lives. So technically you have to kill Sonic 1 billion times in order to finally win. The Chaos...
Whoa. What? That makes sense though. That makes a lot of sense. In the game, you gotta keep on collecting rings and you don't really die until you have no more rings. So that makes sense. I didn't really think about that when I was playing the game, but now when he explained it, Sonic does have different lives. I thought they would just give me lives because I suck at the game. But whole time, he really got more than one life. So where does Sonic stack against the people we've been doing research on? Doom Guy, Sun Wukong, Dr. Doom. Where does Sonic stack against them? And the Flash. That's another speedster that people dick ride a lot.
Body things like the Chaos Emeralds and Power Rings, with Sonic gathering 1 billion of these rings that are essentially extra lives. So technically you have to kill Sonic 1 billion times in order to finally win. The Chaos Emeralds themselves are stated to have infinite power, and when Sonic gains all of them, the blue light turns gold,
Super Saiyan.
making dreams a reality. Super Sonic.
Super
Sonic
Saiyan.
with his new blinding light is stated to have infinite strength and speed, and when all of this power condenses into his hands, even attacks threatening the existence of the entire Sonic cosmology are nullified when he lets it go.
The Sonic what? He can destroy what? Cosmology? What does that mean? He can destroy the galaxy with his hands? Cosmos sound like something in the sky. So he can destroy the world with his hands. Not even the world. He can destroy a whole galaxy with his hands. Am I reaching? Am I reaching, chat? That's what it sounds like, right?
When all of this power condenses into his hands, even attacks threatening the existence of the entire Sonic cosmology are nullified when he lets it go. When Sonic gets his hands on a Super Emerald,
he can nullify attacks that are that strong. So attacks that can destroy the galaxy, he can literally just condense it with his hands. That's kind of crazy. Okay, Sonic. I didn't know you was like that, my boy. All right.
When Sonic gets his hands on a Super Emerald, he gains a whole new world of power. Ultra Sonic, being able to tap into the raw magic of chaos, alter matter at an atomic level, and even open portals around space-time itself. With Chaos Magic being able to enhance strength, knowledge, and even grant wishes, and can even reverse brainwashing, turn back time, and rewrite the reality of his entire multiverse. Dr. Eggman...
Wait, what? Hold on, I gotta rewind that, chat. I gotta make sure I'm hearing this right.
With Chaos Magic being able to enhance strength, knowledge, and even grant wishes, and can even reverse brainwashing, turn back time, and rewrite the reality of his entire multiverse.
If Sonic really wanted to, with the Chaos Emerald, I think that's the emerald they're talking about, he could turn back time, rewrite the multiverses, and do all types of other stuff. So basically, he's another god. Sonic is a hedgehog god. That's what it sounds like. If Sonic really wanted to, he could be that nigga, and he is that nigga. I didn't understand how strong these characters were until I started watching videos like this. No wonder y'all like Sonic so much. I didn't know Sonic was like that, bro. I was definitely unfamiliar with his game. I've only played one Sonic game, and that was Sonic Unleashed, and that was just an angry hedgehog. How am I supposed to know he could do all this?
Dr. Eggman stated that Sonic has become the literal embodiment of chaos and become a factor in fights that no one can account for.
Chaos control?
Even stated that no matter how much power Mammoth has, Sonic will always be destined to win. It's kind of crazy how the strongest Chaos Wizard in all of history deems the only way to beat Sonic is to wait for him to die.
Damn!
Overall, Archie Sonic would scale to complex multiversal with immeasurable speed. In the end, our favorite
Wait, so if Dr. Eggman know that, why is he still trying to fight Sonic? I would have gave up and retired, bro. You literally just call him the embodiment of chaos, and you still try to fight him, and you still try to carry out these evil deeds? I just feel like it's foolish to go against a hedgehog that can go through time and space. What can Dr. Eggman do? Like, I know he's really smart, but he has to have some type of power or some type of feat to keep going against Sonic over and over again.
overall, Archie Sonic would scale to complex multiversal with immeasurable speed. In the end, our favorite blue hedgehog has come a long way in a fast amount of time because this hedgehog is fast enough to catch people moving into the future and drag them back to the present. Because who else can look time in the eyes and say, "You're too slow"? What's up, guys? It's Divine. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys like and subscribe and hit that.
Bro, Sonic, I didn't know you was like that, my boy. He can look time in the eye and say you're too slow. I'm done, bro. I'm done. How fast is Wally West?
Wally West. When we think of speed, a bunch of characters
Sonic.
come to mind, but out of all of
The
them,
Flash.
someone must be the fastest. It's only natural to have a winner to the race.
Okay.
Because to this man, even beings that created speed move far too slow, eventually becoming speed itself. And he's so fast that he had all of 2021 in shambles.
What?
Born in Blue Valley, Nebraska, Wally idolized Barry Allen, not knowing that his uncle was the Flash, a freak.
So Wally West is related to Barry Allen, and he's the fastest Flash. Actually, he's not even the fastest Flash. He's the fastest fictional character ever. He's the person that's gonna go across the finish line and win. Like, he's faster than everybody that is fast. He is literally speed.
Wally idolized Barry Allen, not knowing that his uncle was the Flash. A freak accident mirrored the one that gave Barry his speed, imbuing Wally with the same powers, as if
Speed
fate
Force?
couldn't resist repeating itself. But Wally was never content just being a sidekick. He took the mantle of Flash when Barry disappeared during the crisis on Infinite Earths.
I watched that
running
movie.
Not to just honor his mentor, but to redefine what it meant to be the fastest man alive. Tapping into the Speed Force, the very essence of speed itself, a cosmic force that transcends time, space, and even reality. In the DC multiverse, it's an energy field that connects all speedsters, allowing them to move at ridiculous speeds.
Wait, so y'all telling me that all the Flashes have the same thing that Spider-Man has? Like, all the Spider-Men are connected somehow, some way through webs or something. You know, Madam Web and all that good stuff. So all the Flashes are connected through the Speed Force. So can they do the same thing that Spider-Man can do, like telepathy and all that good stuff?
It's the source of their ability to break the laws of physics, granting speed beyond light.
Okay.
The ability to time travel, phase through objects, and even vibrate through dimensions. It touches every world.
Whoa, they can vibrate through dimensions? Hold on, that's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. They can vibrate through dimensions.
It touches every world, every timeline, every possibility, yet exists beyond all of them. In a linear space where time loses meaning and motion becomes infinite. In the multiverse, the Speed Force acts as a universal constant, a connective tissue between worlds, while other forces govern things like magic, gravity, or emotional energy. The Speed Force governs movement. Out of all of the speedsters, Barry Allen tapped into the Speed Force first, but Wally West tapped into it for the longest time, and the speed that he's at.
I thought he was Barry Allen. That's why I said what. So he was in the Speed Force for the longest time. So basically, a lot more of the Speed Force is within him. That's why he's so fast. He was able to withstand the Speed Force running through him.
First, but Wally West tapped into it for the longest time, and the speed that he's achieved is absolutely ridiculous. At 1357 local time, a low-yield nuclear warhead exploded in the city of Chongjin, is home to some 532,000 men, women, and children. The city has survived a number of wars. It will not survive this, but her people will. At 1357 in 0.0001 microseconds, 500,000 Koreans seemed to materialize on a hilltop 35 miles away from the blast. They were carried there one at a time, sometimes two.
This nigga carried all those people in less than a second. He carried all those people, 500,000 to be exact, maybe more, in less than a second. That's insane. I can't even lie, bro. This man is really the fastest character. I thought y'all was just playing when y'all say he was faster than Sonic. Yeah, that just proved to me right there that he has untapped potential. Like, this man really is the fastest.
At a hair's breadth short of the speed of light by one man. The Flash, the fastest man alive. Wally can scan 500,000 people in a picosecond, which is 1/1,000,000th of a second.
A picosecond. They making up words for how fast he is. I've never heard that in my life. They literally just made up a word to scale him because I'm gonna say this again. I've never heard of a picosecond, bro. He's in a league of his own.
Which is 1/1,000,000th of a second. Wonder Woman stated that getting hit at the speed of light hurts more than Superman, and Wonder Woman has fought mortals off Superman, who threw him from orbit to Earth. Wally has stole the speed of objects and people, and he showed that he can steal speed from Earth's population in an instant.
He can suck speed?
While fighting Amazo, Wally stated that with the Speed Force powers, Amazo would be able to kill the entire League before they even knew what happened. So he took all of his powers away from Amazo, and Amazo calculated that Wally West was the biggest threat in the League. Wally can't be cut out of the Speed Force. His powers are there to stay, and he has the strongest connection to the Speed Force. Wally can create weapons out of nothing with the Speed Force. He can vibrate through pretty much anything, and Wally can make anyone and anything explode just by touching them.
He can make weapons out of the Speed Force? This man just took the Green Lantern's power for real. What the heck? So he can go in there and make a gun and just start blinking at you at nanoseconds or picoseconds, where the that is. They just made that up, bro. I still don't believe that's a real word.
Anything explode just by touching them. At the end of life in the universe where death ceases to exist at a conceptual level, Wally is able to outrun death itself. He outran the entropy of the Big Bang. And has even gone so fast that he cracked hyper time.
He's immortal.
So fast that he became the Speed Force itself, becoming the living embodiment of speed. He shattered Hal Jordan's constructs alongside Barry.
I literally just talked about this Green Upgrade a minute ago, bro. Y'all didn't tell me Wally West was like that, bro. He outran death. He outran a construct that's supposed to happen to everybody. So basically, he's immortal because he outran death. How the fuck do you do that, bro? How do you outrun death?
He shattered Hal Jordan's constructs alongside Barry and nearly destroyed his ring at his peak.
Wow.
He could tear apart the infinite multiverse during his conflict with Barry and could even tear apart the Speed Force itself.
He's arguing with his uncle?
Speed Force exists beyond the multiverse and the fifth dimensional bleed. Wally was imbued with a portion of Dr. Manhattan's powers, who himself is far above Mr. Mixie, was considered so powerful that the Darkest Knight desired his power, and with him being so powerful that even the God Spear shuddered at his strength. And in his fight with Perpetua, it raged in every facet of reality, including the Overvoid. He has the power of Dr. Manhattan.
I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea what he's talking about right now. Who are these people and where do they come from? Who? The Night Owl? What did he say?
Facet of reality, including the Overvoid. He has the power of Dr. Manhattan, who is stated to be brimming with connective energy, which is the opposite of the crisis energy used by Perpetua to create the main multiverse. He's consistently stated to be faster than Superman, who even after taken to the far reaches of space, was able to stop missiles that were going to wipe out all life in the DC multiverse in the space between a heartbeat. Superman was even able to travel to infinity and beyond. And
this what? So he's faster than Superman, who can travel to infinity and beyond. Don't even know what that means, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It sounds like it's incredible. What is beyond infinity and beyond? Like, what did he travel to? What does that even mean? I can't even fathom how fast he is. I can't even come up with words to explain how fast Wally West is. That's how fast he is.
And even stated that distance itself has largely lost its meaning to super itself, even infinity and beyond. And even stated that distance itself has largely lost its meaning to Superman. And yet Wally is still faster. Wally in any battle can go into picoseconds, take his enemy's speed, and then dump them into the Speed Force. He takes a seat on the Mobius chair as it grants him nearly infinite knowledge and the ability to traverse through space and time. The chair is a technological marvel created by the New Gods, and it allows its user to access vast amounts of information instantly, making its wielder nigh omniscient, and Wally outruns all of it. Overall, Wally West would scale from complex multi to outer versal with immeasurable to irrelevant speed. And shout out to Joseph Gray who dropped 50 to sponsor this video, because in the end the Flash has come a long way in a short amount of time and now has speeds to make gods drop dead. And you'll miss it if you blink, because if stealing speed is a crime, you'll feel fear for the very last.
That was such a bar. I'm mad as f they ended the video off on that, bro. That is such a bar, bro.
Speed is a crime, you'll feel fear for the very last.
And he gonna have this fire ass edit at the end, bro. Come on, man. Alright, bro. Alright, bro. That was Wally West. I'm mad as hell that joint was so fire at the end. Like, why did he say it like that and then had an edit at the end, bro? That was fire. How strong is Power of Love Spider-Man?
Power of Love Spider-Man. In a world where creation is being held by a thread, only one man can save us all.
Spider-Man?
He's called the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But what happens when his neighborhood is the entire universe itself? There are those who believe that our lives are nothing more than phantom images created in the mind of a divine creator. But there's only one who knows the truth.
Who?
The very first man to ever walk the earth is here to reveal the truth.
Peter Parker? He's the first man to ever walk the earth? Wait. Hold on. I don't know this Spider-Man. Power of Love? What's his power? What does that mean? I've never heard that before in my life. Power of Love Spider-Man.
Is here to reveal the truth to New York's savior. Peter Parker's celebrating a promotion is interrupted by an explosion. When he goes to change into his Spider-Man suit, he realizes that he doesn't have it. And for some reason, his spider sense isn't working.
Why?
He jumps from the top of the building to save lives. But his life is about to end as all of his powers are completely gone.
He ain't do no test drive? He ain't got the spider sense? He ain't do no I would have been testing out everything. I ain't got no spider sense. The first thing I'm trying is the web. What you mean? I ain't about to jump from no high ass building with no spider sense. That's just dumb as hell.
As all of his powers are completely gone. Falling from the sky, this is the death of Spider. Peter wakes up realizing that all of it was just a bad dream.
Oh, thank God.
He swings through the city and hears that other people in New York were experiencing the same nightmare.
Really?
He learned to realize that their consciousness are connected by vibrations in the nexus of reality. The nexus is the center of all creation, where dreams and consciousness is connected throughout the infinite multiverse. No human eye could ever take the terror that is the nexus. No human mind can fathom it. Those who have seen it have—
Oh, so it's like Gojo's ability, Infinite Void, his domain expansion. That's basically what you just told me the Nexus is?
Those who have seen it have only seen a shadow of its true nature, transcending all of existence. With this realm housing beings who are described as being the concept of reality itself, and places where reality and concepts go to war in a hierarchy. Ted Sallis, the original Man-Thing, merged with his wife to sustain the Nexus by their love. But their psyche got corrupted by a darker force and realized that all of reality was about to crumble, and Man-Thing separated from his wife to save it. Spider-Man finds out that the Brotherhood of Scryers have planned a meeting, and when Spider-Man arrives, the leader reveals that he's the architect of the past and the future, whose goal is to reshape the world in his image, turning one of his subjects into a being called the Outrider, whose mission is to find the female guardian of the Nexus and take her place. He makes Spider-Man forget everything that he saw, and at the middle of creation, Man-Thing infuses his being into the Nexus of reality, and Spider-Man encounters Man-Thing in New York. He tells Spider-Man that he's the only one that can enter the tunnel between worlds and reach the Nexus to stop him. In the tunnel of creation, Scryer tells Outrider that just as he changes form, he's changing along with him, and so does every thought, every dream, every creature dead or alive, and can create universes without limit. Standing at the tunnel, he tells him that beyond this light, there are countless realities, with the Nexus connecting them all. Outrider enters the tunnel between worlds, and Spider-Man follows. In the tunnel, Spider-Man sees images of thousands of planets, millions of realities.
So Spider-Man can withstand the Nexus because he's a superhero or because he's Spider-Man, but any other person cannot withstand the power or the knowledge or the images within the Nexus. He goes into the Nexus. When does he become power of love? Who gave him the power of love, y'all? Somebody answer this shit.
Tens of millions of fantasies and nightmares, all whirlpooling around him. The further he goes, Spider-Man isn't sure how long he's been crawling through the tunnel. His mind and body distort with the dreams around him, losing all sense of who and what he is. But he was able to reach it first. Falling out of the tunnel and landing in the Nexus, the web of creation is strung together with a spider at the center. Perching at the center of creation, with web spun to the outreaches of infinity.
What is that?
Is the most powerful Spider-Man in history. Power of love Spider-Man. With every strain of his web, Spider-Man pulls the cosmos into balance, his threads intertwining galaxies and time itself, suspending all of creation in a fragile dance under his control. His webs coursing through the shadows of dreams and fires of nightmares. Spider-Man grips the essence of existence itself.
He gripped existence itself? Is that what I just heard? Watching these videos, I've realized I've never understood how strong some of my favorite superheroes are. Like Spider-Man, you have the potential to become power of love Spider-Man. Even though that's the strongest version of Spider-Man, you still have the potential of becoming this. And you can grip existence itself.
Holding the vast tapestry of reality together in his silent hands. With this newfound power, Peter gazes into the abyss of creation, witnessing the countless deaths of Spider-Man across infinite worlds.
He's kind of like Madam Web, but the man version. Am I reaching? Y'all always say I make bad takes. Is that a good one?
Creation, witnessing the countless deaths of Spider-Man across infinite worlds, each loss echoing through him, a burden of fate as he stands alone bearing the weight of their shattered lives. Spider-Man fights for all of creation, casted into a realm beyond the reach of dreams, where his existence itself will be erased from every reality. Yet in the void, he clings onto the one force that transcends all universes: love. A single unbreakable thread that keeps him anchored when everything else fades to nothing. Empowered by an unyielding love, Spider-Man faces the Outrider in battle that shakes the foundations of reality itself. And with a decisive blow, he shatters the darkness and emerges victorious, his webs extending to the farthest reaches of creation. In a breathtaking display, he intertwines every thread of existence, forming a web so intricate and powerful that even the creator would shake in fear.
God?
A challenge to the very forces that shape the cosmos, proving that love can transcend all boundaries and defy even the gods.
So basically, love is the strongest thing in the world. Love is so powerful that it made him defeat evil. He loved us, and that was his motivation. That was his power. It's the power of love, Spider-Man. He gets his power from love. Holy fuck. I just cracked the code, bro.
Overall, Power of Love Spider-Man would scale infinite layers into outer versal with irrelevant speed. And shout out to Deity who dropped 50 to sponsor this video, because in the end, Spider-Man has come a long way from being New York's savior, and now he's the savior for all of creation, with strength to hold God's dreams in his web.
The strength to hold God's dreams in his web? Which God? God up there? The Almighty? The All-Powerful? Or is he talking about like Zeus and Poseidon and them? What God is he talking about? I need to know to understand how strong he is.
With strength to hold God's dreams in his web. The list for the strongest Spider-Man has always been steep, but just remember that it was this one that gives you dreams when you go to sleep. What's up, guys? It's Divine. If you guys enjoyed this video,
What you mean give me dreams? What are you talking about? He gives me dreams? Bro, what the hold on, bro. I might gotta rewatch that like 3 more times to understand what I just saw. How strong is Dr. Doom?
Dr. Doom, a dictator who looked into the future and knows the only way to save it is with him ruling it all. Gaining strength that makes even gods fall before him, and the Earth's mightiest heroes become nothing. But even greater than his physical strength is his mind. Being 2 sides of one coin, you truly do have to pick your poison, because no matter which way you flip it, it still spells doom. Dr. Doom.
That's kind of a bar. No matter how you flip it, it still spells doom. That's a bar. I can't lie. I like that a lot.
Because no matter which way you flip it, it still spells doom. Dr. Doom wears a sophisticated nuclear-powered titanium battlesuit which grants him superhuman strength. However, the upper echelon of his suit grants him even more powers, as he can hypnotize people using the instant hypnotism impulsor, and can even scramble the nervous system of his opponents, rendering them completely unable to control their own bodies.
What?
He has multiple time-controlling devices within his armor that allows him to travel through and even stop time whenever he wants.
That's crazy.
He even defeated Galactus by traveling through an endless amount of timelines until he found a way to win. Dr. Doom also...
I ain't gonna lie, that's some real dedication. He said, I'm gonna do it no matter what it takes. Okay. It seems like Dr. Doom is just a better Iron Man. Let me know if y'all think that too.
Dr. Doom also has devices that allow him to step between seconds. His armor is
Step
able
between
to
what?
reverse the polarity of Magneto's magnetic field, essentially turning his own ability against him,
Wow.
turning his blessing into a curse. He's even able to produce electric blasts that can damage the literal god of thunder itself. His cloaking suits that are so
He made lightning that can hurt the god of thunder. Is that what I heard? He made lightning that could hurt the god of thunder. That is a flex.
He's even able to produce electric blasts that can damage the literal god of thunder itself.
That's crazy.
His cloaking suits that are so effective that it's almost like he doesn't even exist. As Wolverine's someone who can literally smell emotions, can't track him down.
He can smell
Over
emotion?
time, his armor is able to adapt and is an enhanced over-demonic influence. With the power siphon, he can drain the Odin Force from Thor and the power cosmic from Silver Surfer. The
What?
Odin Force is the power of the All-Father, which enables Odin to be the most powerful of the Asgardian gods.
Oh, he's OP. Dr. Doom is OP. I didn't know he can drain niggas, bro. That's a crazy power to have. Imagine if I drain all of y'all life force is gone because I sucked it all up. That's a crazy thing to have, bro.
Power of the All-Father, which enables Odin to be the most powerful of the Asgardian gods, making it one of the greatest power sources in the multiverse. And the power cosmic is a source of unlimited cosmic energy, primarily wielded by godlike cosmic beings like Galactus and his heralds, with nearly infinite strength. The power cosmic can perform ridiculous feats like teleporting entire galaxies across space-time. Dr. Doom was even able to drain Franklin Richards and Nightmare, who's a threat to eternity, even though Nightmare was...
He drained a little boy. Is that what I just heard? This little boy, Dr. Doom drained him? All right, if that's what he wants to do, I guess.
Richards and Nightmare, who's a threat to eternity, even though Nightmare was being amplified by all the dreams in creation. Galactus and even pre-retcon Beyonder. He can generate force fields that can tank attacks from Celestials. The Celestials are a mysterious race of space gods that have observed and tampered with the universe since the beginning of time.
Okay.
And he was even able to protect all of Earth from Exitar, who is stated to have the most powerful energy source in all of existence.
Is that a Sentinel?
He can defeat the Hulk, who is amped by the power cosmic, and fight evenly against the Black Panther in a hand-to-hand fight, and
he
even
got hands.
Daredevil. But Dr.
Oh, he
Doom's
got
willpower
hands. He not just a man in a suit. He got hands too to battle against Black Panther hand to hand. Y'all know how he get down. Hey, that's a cool little feat. He not just a man in a suit. He's that nigga. Okay, Dr. Doom, you that guy.
fight evenly against the Black Panther in a hand-to-hand fight, and even Daredevil. But Dr. Doom's willpower and intelligence is absolutely ridiculous. He's regarded as an equal to Reed Richards in terms of intelligence. Mr. Fantastic has created machines and devices far beyond anything we've seen on Earth, including time machines, FTL spaceships, dimensional portals, and even robots with strength above Galactus's heralds.
Really?
Dr. Doom himself has made extra-dimensional robots that are programmed to be above all human conception. He mastered this.
What? Extra dimensional? How the did he do that? God damn. Okay, Dr. Doom, I did not know you was like that. I watched that one movie. You was kind of trashing that shit. But like seeing this now, maybe I gotta read the comics to see what you really about. You kind of seem nice.
Human conception. He mastered the secrets of vibranium that T'Challa and all of Wakanda couldn't do, and took it so far that he was connected to all the vibranium in existence, stating that this power is even greater than the power cosmic. He created Doombots that can fight on par with the Silver Surfer, and even the Purple Man stated that nobody, and I mean nobody, has willpower that comes close to Doom. Even after having his heart turned to stone, his blood turned to acid and casted millions of years into the past to be devoured by Megalodon, Doom willed his way back millions of years to get his revenge.
That's
Doom
Cyclops?
was even tortured in hell
Who was that? Who was this right here, chat?
to get his revenge. Doom was even tortured in hell and yet showed no signs of pain by pure will alone. He's proclaimed as one of the world's greatest sorcerers and arguably surpassing Doctor Strange after only a few months of training. He can send
A few months of training? Nah, I'd be mad as hell. If I was Doctor Strange, I'd be like, first of all, you took my doctorate and you became a sorcerer? You stole my whole goddamn flow. I've been mad as a bitch, bro. A few months of training, you already better than me? I've been doing this for a long time. I'll put that nigga in a portal to hell again.
arguably surpassing Doctor Strange after only a few months of training. He can send someone back to 1 million BC, and he can even weaken barriers between dimensions to get in and out of realms.
What?
He can also undo the effects of the penance stare through sheer magic alone.
What
and
is
after
that?
making a deal with the Hazarus, his magical abilities reached its peak, equivalent to what would have happened if he trained for his entire life. After
He got a time skip with power. He basically did what Gon did with no drawback. He's at full power like he trained his whole life, but he didn't. What type of is that, bro? What type of hack is that?
And after making a deal with the Hazarus, his magical abilities reached its peak, equivalent to
What
what
deal?
would have happened if he trained for his entire life.
What did he have to
After
do to get
gaining
that?
His power, his presence repels the laws of physics, and he can drag Doctor Strange's astral form back into his body. He also possesses a device called the Prime Mover that distorts the story of any character in reality itself.
This nigga cheating! He's cheating, bro! He's cheating! He's cheating, bro! He's cheating, bro! It's no way. He's cheating. He's cheating, bro. Nah, that's OD. That's OD, bro. He has Toon Force. That's damn near Toon Force, bro. He can do everything. He can do anything.
He also possesses a device called the Prime Mover that distorts the story of any character in reality itself, and can even take on the entire modern celestial host, whose war alone can shatter the first firmament itself. He
What is
has
a firmament?
immortalities. He's trained under the Marquise of Death for centuries. He can cut through the Hulk's skull with an adamantium chainsaw to perform brain surgery and recreate the Destroyer by draining the Odin Force from the Asgardians. At a point, Doom said that he was so powerful that he can end all time, all existence, with a simple thought. After
This man can think and everything will cease to exist. Basically, he's God. He's basically Marvel Jesus. No wonder y'all been telling me to check out this video for a long time. He might be the strongest fictional character. I know I've been clickbaiting y'all with that title a lot, but he actually might be. I don't know what I'm gonna title this video.
end all time, all existence, with a simple thought. After Molecule Man absorbed the power of the Beyonders, Doom was able to channel part of that energy and use enough of it to fight and overpower a user of the Infinity Gauntlet and kill Phoenix Force Cyclops with ease. And
killed
even
Thanos?
recreated Galactus to be Franklin Richards' servant. Overall, Dr. Doom
Wow.
would scale to high complex multiversal with massively faster than light to immeasurable speed. And shout out to Gojo, who dropped 60 to sponsor this video.
Shout out
In the
Gojo.
end, Dr. Doom has come a long way since wanting to see his dreams become reality, and now he can manipulate reality itself. Because if you wanted to fight the strongest in the room, even the gods will warn you, don't fight Doom. What's up, guys? It's Divine. If you guys enjoyed this video,
Okay,
make
that was
sure
a
you
bar.
guys
That
like
was a bar. I can't lie. That was a bar. That was a bar. How strong is the Scarlet King?
The Scarlet King. The SCP Foundation is a secret global organization that works to identify, capture, and contain anomalies or cosmic entities to prevent harm to humanity.
Yes.
Each anomaly within the SCP Foundation is assigned a unique number, as it's accompanied by a detailed description, containment procedures, and its backstory.
I'm learning about this right
Diving
now.
into the dark depths of the SCP Foundation, we find a file on a cosmic entity.
He's
that is painted in
001?
red.
Is there a 000? Is he the original SCP? The father of all SCPs? It seems like that. If he's the patient zero of SCPs, he's the number one. He's number one.
Cosmic entity that is painted in red and hails as king.
Okay, I was right.
001, the king of darkness below, an elder god that crawled into the darkness of the abyss outside of the universe, has become attached to it. It has become aware of all the pain and loneliness throughout all of creation.
So it's
with
God.
Its goal to end all of existence that God created.
Oh, it's
and
not
the
God.
very concept of pain with it. With SCP-001 waging war on creation itself.
It's the devil. It's not God. It's the devil. That's what it seemed like. It can feel the pain of everything in existence, but wants to wage war against God's creations? What type of shit is that? What? That's like some hating ass shit.
It has become aware of all the pain and loneliness throughout all of creation, with its goal to end all of existence that God created, and the very concept of pain with it. With SCP-001 waging war on creation itself, and a plan to destroy the Tree of Knowledge.
It seems like the Scarlet King wants to give us the easy way out. It understands our pain and doesn't want us to go through that. So it's just gonna kill us so we don't experience pain? That is a crazy thing. That's a crazy motive to have. Am I right about that, chat? The Scarlet King wants to take all the pain away from the world by eliminating everything that can experience pain. It seemed like he a good guy, but that's just the wrong way to go about it.
With SCP-001 waging war on creation itself, and a plan to destroy the Tree of Knowledge. With the
Why?
Tree of Knowledge being a cosmic tree that transcends the entire multiverse of the SCP world and contains over 196 dimensions. Even the strongest of the Elder Gods can't measure up to his strength. Even these higher dimensional beings that exist beyond all of space and time have no choice but to bow before a demon that views all of creation from a vantage point that no one can perceive, giving himself the name, the King of Darkness below. With his overwhelming
The devil.
strength, he's able to create warriors with powers that we can't even comprehend. Beings like SCP-682, which is
What? It created that? Y'all was right. I thought y'all was capping. Scarlet King is the father of SCP-682, and that shit damn near indestructible. It can adapt to anything. If the Scarlet King created SCP-682, that means it's way stronger than SCP-682. It's way stronger than the lizard, and that lizard's strong as
with his overwhelming strength, he's able to create warriors with powers that we can't even comprehend. Beings like SCP-682, which is an entity that can literally adapt to anything.
Anything.
Or basically the Maharaga of the SCP universe.
That's what we
With
learned.
This entity using his army of Leviathans to march upon the tree.
An
And
army?
once they-
That's why the SCP-682 bit the root of the Tree of Knowledge. He created an army of them. Not just one, it's an army of Leviathans, which is the strongest version of 682. Oh, he's crazy. Imagine an army of that coming to Earth. An army of S82s coming to Earth. We're cooked. The Scarlet King plus an army of S82 lizards, we're cooked. There's nothing we can do because whatever we throw at the lizards, they adapt to. And then the Scarlet King is way stronger than that. We are cooked. We're cooked.
to march upon the tree. And once they were all assembled, his army shook all of creation once they were awoken. Many beings and many gods fell in the battle, but it was all in vain, as the Scarlet King won, obtaining his goal to turn all of creation to ash as the Noosphere turns on itself.
Why?
With the Noosphere being a platonic realm that houses human conceptions, ideas, and thoughts, with the tree itself being reduced to nothingness by
He completed the mission. He destroyed he destroyed the Tree of Knowledge. He won. What villain usually wins? He said he was going to do something and did it. It's only a couple villains that actually succeed. He's a winner.
the tree itself being reduced to nothingness by the Scarlet King, with the cosmology below holding trans-finite universes, which is sets of infinity stacked on top of itself.
Yeah.
As they state that there is an infinite chain of universes, with each one containing an infinite fractal hierarchy of space-times. You're probably thinking, how can there be anything larger than infinity itself?
That's what I be trying to figure
So
out.
let's put it in a way for you to understand.
Finally.
Let's say that there was a box that holds all even numbers.
Okay.
And there's another box that holds all odd numbers. However, there's a third box that contains all real numbers.
Both.
You can see how this third box is larger.
Yeah.
As it's the combination of both infinities. There are an infinite amount of chains within this hierarchy, with there being infinite layers of existence.
So basically, infinity on top of infinity is like all the numbers because you can keep on counting till the ends of time. Like, it's so many numbers, you can just keep on counting. Thank you for explaining it like that, because now I get it. Infinity on infinity, it just means infinity on infinity. You know what I mean? I understand what you're saying now.
You can see how this third box is larger, as it's the combination of both infinities. There are an infinite amount of chains within this hierarchy, with there being infinite layers of existence, innumerable layers of non-existence, and numberless layers of transcendent realities, even with SCP-682 being a hyperlogical memeplex and a child of the Scarlet King.
A what? A hyperlogical whatplex? This is where you're about to start losing me. You're using too many big words.
Innumerable layers of non-existence and numberless layers of transcendent realities, even with SCP-682 being a hyperlogical memeplex and a child of the Scarlet King, not being bounded by any of the laws of logic that God set forth himself, as he holds abstract concepts themselves that his physical form embodies, with this SCP and his legion of Leviathans being able to rupture the roots of the Tree of Knowledge itself, and the Scarlet King rules over all of them, with there being other iterations of the Scarlet King that are even more
I ain't gonna lie, he look kind of cold. He's kind of cold. Like, I can't be mad at nothing he does because he looks kind of cool. Whoever designed him has a great vision for evil people.
with there being other iterations of the Scarlet King that are even more powerful.
There's
as
more?
He's able to consume realms that transcend the noosphere just to fill his stomach.
It's like
with
Kane the
Scarlet
Conqueror.
King being able to feed on objective principles of math and science, and is completely conceptual and
What did you just say? It feeds on math and science? What do you mean it feeds on numbers and science?
Scarlet King being able to feed on objective principles of math and science.
I genuinely have no idea what he meant by that.
A few moments later.
So basically, through my research, he's able to feed on things that are objective, meaning they're not really there, but they could be objectified as being there. I don't think that sounds right. I don't think that sounds right at all.
And is completely conceptual in nature, as he can manipulate and create his own laws. He can manipulate the laws of chaos and truth itself, and can even override the narrative of the story. It was stated that everything in creation will be destroyed by the hands of the Scarlet King.
He can change books
Everything
too.
except for the story itself. Because one thing is for certain, someone will need to tell the story when we're all gone. Overall, the Scarlet King would
Oh my
skip
God, another bar. Oh my God, another bar. Oh my God, hold on. We gotta replay it.
everything except for the story itself. Because one thing is for certain, someone will need to tell the story when we're all gone. Overall, the Scarlet King would scale to high outer with irrelevant speed. In the end, he is a creation of swirling anomalies of so many different times all around the world. He is the memory of the world that was lost, the pre-modern world made manifest in a form of pure hatred, the new, the humanism, and the smiling coldness that makes up our day-to-day existence, forged from the perfect balance of irreconcilable anomalies and our breaking minds. He is an entity created by this overwhelming, unavoidable tension of the howling old world when faced with cold, gray, purposeless new. He is the revenge of the fallen past. Now everyone and everything in all of creation bow before your king. What's up, guys? It's Divine. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys like and subscribe.
What the fuck? I kind of get it. I kind of get it.